Well, hello there. So, welcome back to Mr. Smith Garage. We're in one of my favorite food places shirts, Raising Cane's. If you haven't had chicken from Raising Cane's, I don't know. They don't sponsor me, but if they did, I would eat it all the time. Super fresh. Anyway, today what we're going to be looking at Mr. Smith's Garage is got this beautiful bead blaster. We are going to be working on some parts inside. I'm using a little bit different material today than I have in the past. Glass bead. I'm going to take you off of here and show you what I'm talking about. It's a little bit finer and hopefully it cuts a little bit better. When I'm doing this, you probably won't be able to hear me, and so but we're going to make it happen. Now, what we're going to be working on today, some people might call them brakes, but in most cases we just call them things that the rear wheels hold on to. And I've got 3 of them. I'm going to try and see which ones are appropriate that I need to do. I only need 2 of them clean, but obviously by looking at these 2 I can tell they're different. The difference that you see is which side the emergency brake comes in from. So like these 2 are the same, and then this one's different. And I just want to clean them up so I can then paint them. So that one's one of them. And then of these 2, I want to pick the one that looks the best. They both look about the same as far as dings and dents. I'm going to pick this one. So we'll do these 2. We'll get them in there and see how this glass bead works. Okay, I don't know if you can hear me I'm sure you can, over the air compressor. It is on the other side over there. Should shut off here shortly. Worked on this one for about maybe 5 minutes, 7 minutes. See how it looks. So I've got the garage door shut because the light coming in from the evening sun is just a little too bright for me to be able to see. But so here's a cleaned up one. Looks pretty good. Got most of it clean. And decent. Here's one that's not done. You can see still got some work to do on this one, but definitely looking nice. I'm gonna hit them with some paint. Probably gonna do some flat paint, but I'll work on this a little bit more. I do like the glass bead. It's working a little bit better than what my other one is doing, so I'm happy with that. It's fine enough that it's leaking out the bottom, but you know, I've got a bucket down there to catch it. Anyway, I'm gonna work on this a little bit more. Kind of check back with you here in a minute. Okay, so I was working on it and I was noticing that it just wasn't doing as well. Oh, it's a little cloudy in here. That was my glasses. That dust must be coming out through somewhere. Should probably go open a window for ventilation. Anyway, here, let me pull you off of here. Whew. You see that? So I'm noticing that if I keep going too much, then my air pressure is not high enough, and that definitely impacts the cut of the glass bead. So I'm waiting for the pressure to build up again. But the glass bead's working great. I just have to make sure that I take my time and let that air pressure stay high. Yeah, working on the second one right now. That open. Did not realize it was going to get this dusty. Certainly is, though. See what it looks like in there. You can see it does peel that stuff right off of there, but it is difficult to see. And it is dusty in here too. I did not realize it was going to be this dusty. That's okay though. Okay, so I kind of ran into a snag here. This stuff does not want to come off, and I don't know if it's because it's might be poor 15 or something, but I'm going to use a wire wheel, try to clean this one up a little bit more before I paint it. This one cleaned up pretty well. This is the first one that I worked on. No integrity issues at all. You know, there's some pitting here and there, but as far as like, this is actually in pretty decent shape. So both of these are, and I kind of cleaned up the dents that were on this one down and around the back or that side. So we'll just clean this up with a wire wheel, and then we'll get them painted. They'll be ready for the back when we're ready to go. Yeah, so you can see even with the wire wheel, like I've taken the wire wheel to this for a while, this stuff's not coming off, so it probably is pour 15. I know that creates kind of a bond with the metal. I'm okay with that. I think I'm just gonna wipe these down and paint them some flat black. That way they'll be basically ready to go. We definitely need to wipe them down though. So I'm going to paint the insides of these first, and then I'll flip them over and paint the outside. That's just because the inside is going to be inside the brake drum. The outside is going to be somewhat visible, so I want it to look kind of clean. So that's how we're going to do it. Use this one up first. This one's almost all out. Doesn't that look good already? It's almost empty. All right, we're gonna let that dry for a few minutes, then we'll come back. Okay, so we're just gonna let that dry for a little bit, and we'll see how it comes out. It's better than it was before, that's for sure. There's a lot of rust on that. We might call this a day. It's kind of interesting. We got quite a bit of smoke up in the sky tonight. They're doing some, they call them prescribed burns. They used to be called control burns, but they don't really keep control of them anymore, so that's kind of why they just call them prescribed burns. But yeah, quite a bit of smoke up over the house. Kind of see, looks like a rain cloud, but it's not. Pretty wild, huh? Well, I want to thank you for joining me in this little project. This is actually, we're working on this for Jack. Trying to get some stuff done on Jack so that I can actually get some videos up about Jack. Jack's the 81 air-cooled Vanagon. He has been sitting here a lot because just other things have come up, and we're doing a series right now on trying to get Jill smogged, but I'm learning from it because Jack's the same thing. He's going to have to get smogged just the same. So anyway, thanks for joining me, Mr. Smith Garage. Subscribe, like, enjoy, tell your friends, come back, and comment if you've got something to say. If you got something, if you've had a similar problem with somebody put some poor 15 on there on your parts and you can't clean them up very well. But anyway, that's going to be the ending shot of this little clip. So thanks for joining me today, and we will see you next time on Mr. Smith Garage.